What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about where Ghost went wrong with Dre. Now, it was a lot of missteps that Ghost made in his final episode and the final time we seen him, but he made some major mistakes with Dre, a character that he knew better than to make these mistakes with. Now, before I break this down, if you haven't already, please subscribe if you enjoy my videos with a little bit of humor, and also don't forget to bang that bell so you're notified of all my videos. I'm trying to get to 30k subs by the end of the year, and also hit that like if you recommend this video to others. Now let's get into it. Now, Ghost, we know that throughout 6 seasons of this show, he was known as a cold, calculated thinker. And he always was thinking 2-3 moves ahead, something that Kanan was trying to teach Tariq to do. And Ghost was the master of it since we've been watching the show. But it seemed on his final day, he wasn't thinking until a few moves ahead on a couple of characters. One of them was Dre. Now, he had a chance to finally end everything with Dre permanently, and I'm not talking about paying him off. He knew that Dre had snitched with Dirty Ball Sacks and was working with him before. He knew Dre couldn't be trusted, and to keep dealing with him and trying to set him up was a bad move. Now, Dre manipulated Tariq. Now, I got a sneaky suspicion that the way Tariq looked when he gave him the hug with his lips poked out is that more than likely he was working with Dre. Him and Dre had a bond. He even blackmailed Dre to get that dope, and he looked at Dre when he saved Dre's life, that Dre saved him and helped him get his enemy, so they kind of had a unique little bond. But nevertheless, he used his relationship with his dad to bring Dre in. Ghost was blindsided. He wasn't seeing this move coming. He was caught slipping. And then he asked Tariq, why did you bring him? He's our enemy. Man, he said, well, he knows everything about me. He threatened to snitch, even though he already snitched to J-Lo and told her that it was Tariq's blood. But I guess Tariq and Ghost didn't know that Dre's the one that said that yet. So Dre comes in and he's saying, hey, cut the hard act. I know you ain't gonna try to kill me with your son in the building. And so Ghost said, all right, tell me why you here, what's going on? And so he said, hey, I know you the one that tried to set me up for Jason's murder. I'm about to get out of here. I want you to pay me off. Right there was a clue that if Ghost didn't pay this dude, he knows too much about him and that he would snitch. His face was already wrinkled up like old newspaper. He had the lines of deceit written all over his face. Ghost should have picked up on that. But instead, Ghost, he kind of dissed him. He told him, I ain't gonna give you nothing. When Dre pushed, he said, all right, I got 250 for you. And he said, I need more. And he says, you know, well, that's all I got. Take it or leave it. Knowing damn well Dre couldn't trust him, he said, how can I trust you? He said, well, you ain't got no choice. You the one came asking me for money. And so Dre, he was starting to get pissed because he was caught between a rock and a hard place. And Ghost knew he had him by the nose, by the balls. But nevertheless, Dre knows too much about Ghost, and he knows that he has Ghost in the end because he can snitch, and Dre can always bring Ghost down because Ghost is trying to live a honest life now, but he has too much going on in his past. And Ghost laughed in his face, told him he wasn't nothing, told him pretty much he was trash and garbage and inadequate. And Dre, being the bitch that he is, cussed him out, nose flared up like a arrow point, and basically was furious. But because he still needed something from Ghost, he let him talk to him any old kind of way and went along with it. Now, when I saw this happening, I knew Ghost ain't gonna give this dude $250,000. This don't even sound right. And of course, as soon as Dre left out the room, he's calling the dough shaker guard and telling him, hey, release that footage of Dre going up there to the elevator. Now, this whole plan would have worked if Dre was not somebody that knew about Ghost and knew who he was and could blackmail him. Now, of course, it didn't work because Ghost ended up having Dre set up and he watched the whole thing go down. But I think he went wrong is that he should have killed Dre instead of having him set up by the police. He should have had him meet him somewhere where he could have killed him discreetly. Nobody would have gave a damn that Dre was dead. He has no family other than his daughter, and he has no friends. And so he should have eliminated Dre. He's done it before. We saw him eliminate Drifty, Vladimir, Roller. The list goes on. But now he doesn't want to kill anybody. He wants to have other people do it. He wants to go these roundabout ways of getting his business done, and is leaving the opportunity for it to come back and bite him. And so I thought, man, Dre ain't nothing to sneeze at. Why are you doing this? So when I saw the scene that 2-Bit, aka Jerkle and Urkel, received that phone in prison, and I'm thinking, okay, Ghost is gonna use them to kill Dre. But he didn't exactly say that, and we didn't really see what happened and what that phone call was about. But he said they were talking about Tommy, and he said, well, that's your day one. You the one been there with him. And so he said, well, you know what I got to talk to you about? He said, I got something for you, money and revenge. Now, was that having them do two separate things, or was the money and revenge for Dre and Tommy? Now, Ghost doesn't exactly know that they have a problem with Dre. At least he shouldn't know that, because he never been in neither one of their inner circles to know this. But I'm sure he knows that they would probably kill Dre for money, and maybe the revenge was for Tommy. So maybe he was calling them to get both of these things done. He knew that Dre was in jail. He didn't want Dre to snitch because he got a history of snitching like the bitch he is. He's a snitch bitch. And so maybe he knew that if I gave these dudes the money, then they would take out Dre, and then I could do something else to help them get revenge for what was going on with Tommy and eliminate two people at once. But the wild card was J-Lo, Blanca. He had no idea that she would be there so quick to make a deal with Dre. And Dre was shook. He was, all rolled up, writing on the face that he was scared. And he had more lines on his face than the college ruled notebook paper. And so he was ready to sign a deal. And so she said, "You're telling me what you know about Terry Silva? Did he kill him? Did you know? Did he tell you?" He said, "No, he ain't tell me. I was there." And she said, "Oh, okay." And she looking, and he said, "Yeah, I was with him at the apartment." And she like, "Oh, you mean at the garage? He was in the garage?" "Oh, yeah, we was in the garage." So right there, they had a little silent understanding that, okay, I know you bull crapping, but I need you and you need me, so we're gonna work together to get this other person eliminated. And she just showed right there that she's no longer even remotely clean as a law enforcement. She worse than Dirty Ball Sacks, because her whole case is garbage. It's all evidence made up. The Councilman Taint, that was made up. She knows that. The cell phone that they using was made up. She knows that. Dre's statement is made up. She knows that. She's trying to put an innocent man in jail for what? She knows he didn't do the Angela murder. She told Dirty Ball Sacks he didn't do that. So what is she trying to put this innocent man in jail for? Why does she want to put him in jail so bad? She done drank the Sacks Kool-Aid, that Dirty Ball Sack juice, and now she's all off trying to put an innocent man in jail. Now, I'm not saying Ghost is innocent, period, but as far as what she knows, he's innocent. And so she gets Dre free, somebody that they do have evidence that probably committed this murder with Jason, even though we as the viewers know he didn't. In the show, they think he may have done it. This video of him going there, they found a dead body. That's damn near open and shut case. Closer than that, then his text to him saying he got set up, but yet and still she releases him. All right, it's time for real talk now. The thing is, I'm thinking, since now that we've learned more information and how they're going to do these last 5 episodes, and that we're going to see those last 5 episodes in a different perspective, that maybe all of these different scenes we saw everybody walking is not all going to Club Truth. Maybe Ghost, because it didn't make sense for me that Dre would get out and want to kill Ghost when his freedom is contingent on snitching on Ghost. So if Ghost comes up dead, then your deal is over with. You're going back to jail. What do you have to offer for your freedom? You have nothing. So for him to want to kill Ghost would be stupid, because the only way he can get revenge now is to have Ghost in jail and testify, and now he's free. Otherwise, they're going to put him in jail for the murder of Jason. So I think that maybe he was going somewhere else or something. It just makes more sense logically that way, but we know that the writers of Power, I don't know what's been going on, but it's been little things different. So that's my take. That's my real talk on that subject. Hopefully it all adds up. Now, if you all want to keep this conversation going, please go to my website. I got a special page dedicated to Power. It's the Power Fan Forum. You all can leave comments in one location about all my videos, all your theories. I try to get back to people as much as I can and, leave some feedback. Also, I want to give a special thanks to my Patreon family members. $1 a month, it gets minimum, gets you access to a lot of my content early, as well as other different videos that I have going on. I reached my goal recently, and I really appreciate all the love and support. And I want to thank a lot of my newest members that joined me at Patreon. I really appreciate you believing in my channel and enjoying my videos, and I want to thank you all. And if you haven't joined, check it out. And also,
thanks for watching it.
Please
leave
a comment,
hit
that
like button,
and
subscribe,
and
I'll see you
in
the next video.